Live and on demand from the WNY News Now studios in downtown Jamestown. This is WNY News Now.
And thank you for joining us on this wacky Wednesday at WNY News Now. I'm Matt Hummel. Justin is off today. Happening now, Ellicott police are searching for two men who they say are responsible for robbing a convenience store early this morning. What we know next. Plus, a local congressman is continuing to push for manufacturing jobs. But first, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter is here with the first look at our forecast. Hey, Dakota.
Hey, Matt, and happy Wednesday, everybody. Halfway there to another weekend, and this is not a repeat of yesterday. There's nothing showing up on radar, and it's going to remain that way at least through the day, but as we go throughout the night, and especially going into tomorrow, we will see some more rain redeveloping. Wouldn't you know it? That's the story around here. And you can see we still have mostly sunny skies, but this is the system that's kind of moving our way. You can see all the cloud cover starting to come in now. So again, we will see some on again, off again clouds throughout the afternoon, but the majority of the day should be mainly sunny. 64 over 45 was where we were yesterday. Look at the averages, 76 and 51. And again, the record will stand for another year. The record for today was 84, set back in 61, so that'll stay for another year. So the forecast for the remainder of the afternoon, mostly sunny to complete sunshine throughout the afternoon, but we will see the clouds start to thicken up just a little bit as we go throughout the afternoon. Warmer than it was yesterday, but at least it won't be humid. 71 lower elevations, 71's on the highest hills, 77 on the lower elevations, with the south wind averaging 7 to 14 miles per hour. We'll time out the rain chances, plus, yeah, not as good of a weekend as we just went through, but we'll talk about it with that 7-day later on in the show. Matt?
Alrighty, Dakota. See you soon. Our top story, Ellicott police are investigating an armed robbery that occurred at the Keystone Food Mart on Fairmount Avenue in West Ellicott at around 5 a.m. this morning. Sergeant Matt Kubliski tells WNY News Now that two Hispanic males entered the store with a weapon and displayed it before leaving the store in, after further review, appeared to be a small white car with an undisclosed amount of cash. Now, the sergeant says the car appeared to head towards Jamestown. He adds that the investigation does remain ongoing and that police are not ready to release a solid description and identity of the two suspects. Anyone with information is asked to call Ellicott Police at 716-665-7083. Anonymous tips can be left at 716-241-9877. Again, at 716-241-9877. Lakewood Bustye Police, Jamestown Police, State Police, and the County Sheriff's Office have assisted, and we will, of course, continue to provide updates when they become available at WNYNewsNow.com and our mobile app. A City of Olean man is facing charges after allegedly receiving nearly $10,000 in unemployment benefits that he was not entitled to. State police say that 50-year-old Mark Barber is charged with third-degree grand larceny and first-degree filing of false instrument. Troopers say that following an investigation that started back in April, they discovered that Barber filed false paperwork with the state's Department of Labor, and he allegedly obtained $9,226.25 of unemployment benefits that he wasn't entitled to. Barber was arrested and arraigned in Olean City Court, and police say he was released on his own recognizance, and he's due to return to court next month. Jamestown police say an 18-year-old Jamestown native was arrested last night after he allegedly passed counterfeit money to taxi cab drivers to cover his fare on two separate occasions. Police say they were alerted by the taxi driver that the 18-year-old requested the taxi. Officers reportedly pulled the taxi over near Faulkner and Stowe Streets, and police say the man allegedly provided a false name to avoid arrest. The 18-year-old was taken to Jamestown City Jail to await arraignment on charges of first-degree criminal possession of a forged instrument, theft of services, and criminal impersonation. And Congressman Tom Reed is calling for House Speaker Nancy Pelosi to vote on the trade deal with Mexico and Canada. During a teleconference with reporters yesterday, Reed says that the adoption of various policies is crucial to manufacturing here in the United States.
And that is why it's critical that not only do we get the right manufacturing policies, such as those three initiatives that we're targeting today on the books here in Washington, D.C. But we access the markets around the world, and it should begin, in my humble opinion, by having a vote on the Mexico-Canada trade deal in regards to what that provides directly to manufacturing as well as our farmers and others.
Reid says that the agreement is important for manufacturers in New York as well as the country as a whole. He cites that Canada and Mexico purchase nearly a fifth of New York State's total global manufacturing exports, and 82% of those manufacturers are small and medium-sized businesses supporting local New York jobs. Well, let us know what you think. We've had a busy morning here in Western New York in the Jamestown area. We, again, of course, will keep you updated on that armed robbery in West Ellicott. Taking a look over here in the comments, I see, hey, Joe, welcome back. I'd like to say that Andy Cuomo and his legislature is so business-friendly. Yeah, we've definitely seen over the last few years discussions with that and jobs leaving the state of New York. It'll be interesting to see now what happens at the federal level. Saying hello, Brandon Curtis, what's happening? I hope you're doing well, buddy. I'll talk to you soon. Say hello to Pam, David, good afternoon to you. Always a pleasure to see you. Cindy's here, Clark. Who else do we have? Dakota Hunter. He's waiting feverishly back in studio. Welcome all to this wacky Wednesday. And coming up, how New York State is cracking down on gender discrimination here in Western New York. But first, which mayoral candidate has racked up a new endorsement? We'll have those details next. Dakota.
And the wind is also coming up as well. But more rain is on the way. We'll talk about it. WNY News Now continues in a minute. Don't go away.
Live and on demand, you're watching WNY News Now.
Well, hey, my name's Dave Wilfong, and I want to be the mayor of the city of Jamestown. I grew up in the city of Jamestown, graduated from Jamestown High School, and after graduation, I went into the U.S. Army for 4 years. When I came back to Jamestown, I noticed that Jamestown had taken a different road, a road that I wasn't happy with. In 2014, I was elected as Chautauqua County representative from District 11 in the city of Jamestown. I promised my constituents 3 things: that I would lower taxes, I would cut wasteful spending in government, and I would decrease the size of government. And I'm proud to say that I've done all 3 things. I think we need to move Jamestown to the manufacturing base that it once knew and was actually king of at one time. We need to provide shovel-ready sites. We need to provide a workforce that's ready to take on those jobs and bring the tax base back to Jamestown and make Jamestown the American city that it used to be and still can be. My name's Dave Wilfong. I'm running for mayor of the city of Jamestown. Please vote for me on primary day, June 25th. The polls are open from 12 to 9. Thank you so much.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
Now open in downtown Jamestown, Pearl City Hops Restaurant and Tavern.
I have some real old-timey dishes on there that I'm just giving new life to. Like there's a shepherd's pie on there that's going to have some bison in it, real thick hearty gravy. Then I'm also doing beer flights. We're pairing it with a set of sliders, a set of tacos, and a set of mini rolls. So everything's going to have its own pair, so you can get a taste of a little bit of everything and all the beers. We don't want to be known as the restaurant in the hotel. We want to be known as Pearl City Hops.
This year's Frewsburg Gala Days is bigger than ever. It's Old Home Week, June 12th through the 15th. Catch musical performances by Hot Mess Friday at 8, Smokin' 45 Saturday at 8. All the food, fun, and friends will be at Frewsburg Fire Company's annual Gala Days.
And happening now, conservatives here in the city of Jamestown have endorsed Dave Wilfong as their choice for mayor. Wilfong is currently the chairman of the Chautauqua County Republican Party, the Chautauqua County New York State Republican Committeeman, and he currently serves as District 11 Chautauqua County legislator. Since 1998, Wilfong has served as the Director of Maintenance for Intidem Solutions, normally known as the Rehabilitation Center in Olean. Wilfong boasts many years of supervisory experience developing capital budgets and working within approved budgets, of course, and directed the cost-efficient maintenance of 23 agency sites. The candidate was previously endorsed as the Republican candidate for the city of Jamestown mayor. He will face challenger Andy Liuzzo in the June 25th primary election. Legislation that has passed New York State Assembly would prohibit companies from charging different prices for similar products marketed to either men or women. The measure, sponsored by Democratic Assemblywoman Nili Rochik, is intended to address price disparities between men's and women's products that are essentially the same, such as shampoo, shaving cream, or razors. A study found that women's prices are 7 times higher than the prices for similar men's products in some parts of the state. Rojic calls this price differential a form of institutionalized discrimination. The bill now moves to the state Senate for consideration after passing the Assembly on Tuesday. And New York State moved closer Tuesday to lifting its ban on paid surrogacy agreements, in which a woman is compensated for carrying someone else's child after the state assembly approved the measure. Dozens of supporters of the legislation, including television host and producer Andy Cohen, traveled to Albany for the vote, which comes a week before lawmakers are scheduled to adjourn. Democratic Governor Andrew Cuomo supports the bill, but it hasn't been scheduled for a vote in the Assembly. New York and Michigan are now the only 2 states that expressly forbid paid surrogacy agreements. Critics of the ban say that it forces would-be parents, including same-sex couples, and those who are infertile to find surrogates in other states, which is an expensive and difficult process unavailable to many. To prevent legal fights over custody, the bill sets out a process that would allow intended parents to obtain a court judgment certifying they are a child's parents before the child's birth. Cuomo says that both bills are among his top priorities for the rest of the session, which is set to end June 19th. And can't catch some Z's without the TV on? Do you need a light on to fall asleep? If so, those seemingly harmless habits just might make you pack on the pounds. Meredith Wood explains in today's Health Minute.
Dozing off to some late night TV or that nightlight making you feel secure enough to slip off into dreamland might cause you to gain weight. New research shows that falling asleep with a lot of light on is now linked to an increased risk of weight gain and obesity. According to a new study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, which analyzed the sleeping habits of nearly 44,000 women in the United States and found those who say they sleep with a TV or a light on in the room gained 11 pounds or more and had a body mass increase of about 10% over a 5-year period. There is also a 22% chance of becoming overweight and a 33% chance of becoming obese or having too much body fat. So do you need to kick the habit and cut the lights? Health officials recommend taking TVs and other tech devices out of your bedroom in order to support a healthy sleeping environment, because artificial light at night can throw off your body clock, and it might be mixing up your metabolism, causing you to gain weight. For today's Health Minute, I'm Meredith Wood.
Alrighty, Meredith, thank you for that. And just in case you were wondering if this was a health risk for women, a similar study on physically active men had similar results. And I gotta tell you, I don't mind the light, and I don't mind having a TV on, but I had to keep the TV low. And I do try to have as many lights off as possible. But I want to hear what everybody else has to think out there. Because it is something that's been a topic of discussion. Who I'm really interested to hear from is Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter later on with his sleeping habits, and our Norm Rodriguez. Everyone in the newsroom, I think we're going to take a poll on this. Let's take a poll. Let's see what everybody thinks. Maybe publish the comments. And yeah, I think that's a good way to interact with everybody. Joseph makes a very good point here. Eat veggies and fruits. Yeah, I had to wonder how much does the TV and the light really correlate with weight gain. I mean, that's just my personal thought. But Joe, you can't go wrong. Eat veggies, have some fruits, get a walk in there. That would always be good. Norm Rodriguez says, I either have the TV or the radio on when I sleep. I could see Norm doing that. I hope he doesn't blast it too loud, though. Let's see. Dakota says, pretty soon sleeping in your boxers will be a health hazard. Oh, Dakota, come on. Have a little fun. David says, the TV never goes off. Does it depend, David, on what kind of show you have on? Do you have to have the volume up loud? Do you need to have it calm? Curious to see about that. Well, keep interacting. We'll come back at this later. Don't you worry if people have more comments. That's what we're here for. In the meantime, up next, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter. He's here with a look at our forecast. And later on, who will deliver Jamestown High School's commencement speech this year? We're going to let you know next.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
What we did is we threw the kids away, and that is an issue for me.
It's this illusion of a design for the future while still living in a society that suppresses the past.
There's a lot of small businesses out here. We're not corporate made, so we don't get the attention that we deserve also.
You put money in your residence and the value of your property does not increase.
You know, we've taken God out of the equation. Because of that, I believe that we have gone on this downhill spiral.
Raven's been at my home. I think this is the 4th meeting to discuss issues. How's things going? What would you like to see change?
And she's pushing for small businesses.
I just think it's time to try something new and see if someone else can make a positive difference.
That's the type of genuine person that should be in public service.
So if we want to make a difference, we have to vote differently. I'm Raven Mason Thompson, running for Ward 2 City Council, and look forward to your vote on the June 25th primary.
First Defense Weather, the Southern Tier's only live and local weather source. Now, here's Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter.
I have a better idea. Why don't we all just live in bubbles like SpongeBob did when he had the suds? I mean, come on. Let's take a look at the weather headlines here. Anyway, last day of dry weather today. We're going to get into some more rain showers tonight, lasting through the weekend, and rain and storms obviously return tomorrow, lasting through the weekend, and that wet pattern will continue into next week. So, yeah, we don't need the rain, so we've got more of that on the way. I know a lot of you have already started to open up your pool, so if you want to take a dip in the pool today, not looking bad. Temperatures into the lower to mid 70s throughout the day. No humidity to contend with, so that's the good news. But look at the UV index. It's at an 8, and when it's that high, you definitely do want to use some sunscreen because getting a burn doesn't take long when you have high UV index. So just keep that in mind. Common sense. Here's the HD News Now cam. Just a few high clouds dotting the sky, otherwise bright sunshine out there. It is 65 at the airport right now with a southeast wind of 9. Got a wind gust of 16, and there's your dew point number of 46. So when we're in the 40s for dew points, that means it's comfortable. All right, let's take a look at radar and show you what's going on. This is the front that's moving our way. This is going to come our way tonight, and you see that little spin right there. That's the low pressure that's tracking through the upper Great Lakes. It's going to move to our west, and of course, whenever we have that moving to our west, we are going to be impacted by it. By some extent. Otherwise, it's clear across the northeast, but that rain is inching our way here. We'll show it to you on FutureScan. This is the in-house model, and we'll show you what it is showing here. So nothing today, nothing tonight. So again, great day to do anything outdoors. Great day for it. Now here comes the rain as we head into tonight. Again, the rain will start off scattered, but then it will ultimately start to pick up, and we will start to see some more widespread rain showers coming our way tomorrow. And again, there's the chance for a few rumbles of thunder, but I think any thunderstorm activity is probably going to hold off until the late afternoon into the evening hours when we'll start to get in to some possible thunderstorm activity. We don't expect any severe weather out of this. That's the good news. And then the rain will continue. Into Friday. But the better chance of rain Friday is going to be in the morning. It'll actually turn more scattered for the afternoon, and we might see a few peaks of sun for the afternoon on Friday. So as we go zone by zone for you for today, temperatures here should top out into the mid to upper 70s. Warren at 77. Another nice day. Just get out and enjoy it. This will be the last day we'll see full sunshine for a while. Westward we go. Lake Erie shoreline. You warm up nicely. Dunkirk 77. Clouds and sun share the sky. And now the home planet we call Earth. Next 7 days of your life. 64 tomorrow, 65 on Friday. Again, that is below average. And again, we get into another wet pattern that lasts through the weekend and into early next week. Sports is next. Do not go away.
Invest in your business or cause by letting the marketing gurus at WNY News Now and WNY Media Company grow your business.
Purchase an ad much like the one you are watching now on WNY News Now's daily show, News Now at Noon, WNYNewsNow.com, or our brand new mobile app.
And then get feedback from our marketing experts and fans alike.
And finally, watch your business grow.
As an added bonus, community partners messages will run not only on our scheduled programming, but on weather alerts and breaking news as well.
Plus, messages are shared on WNY Sports Now programming. Anything from a live local basketball game to the Phone Zone Sports Desk.
Become part of our family today.
And contact us right now.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
Want weather now? Download the WNY News Now mobile app and stay up to date on severe weather alerts. Plus, anytime hazardous weather strikes, stick with the Southern Tier's only 24/7 streaming network that keeps you safe. You're all in a tornado warning, so now is the time to go to a safe place, small room, lowest floor, near the center, away from windows. What are you waiting for? Download the WNY News Now mobile app today. It's free in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store.
WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at phonezoneshop.com.
Happy Hump Day, sports fans, and welcome back to WNY News Now. I'm Norm Rodriguez with a look at sports. In what was a doubleheader on Tuesday, the New York Yankees won Game 1 of the doubleheader against the New York Mets 12-5, with the Mets winning Game 2 of the doubleheader 10-4. Gary Sanchez, Luke Voigt, and Gio Urshela each hit a home run for the Yankees in Game 1 of a doubleheader. Meanwhile, in Game 2, for the Mets, Carlos Gomez, J.D. Davis, and Pete Alonso each went yard for the Mets. Both teams will be back in action on Thursday, with the Yankees playing a 3-game road series against the Chicago White Sox, while the Mets will have a 4-game homestand against the St. Louis Cardinals. Later this afternoon, with a 1:10 first pitch, the Cleveland Indians will be hosting the Cincinnati Reds in Game 2, the final game of an interleague series. Winning the first game 2-1 on Tuesday, Cleveland is currently the runner-up in the AL Central with a 34-32 record, 10.5 games behind the first-place Minnesota Twins. Meanwhile, the Reds are in dead last in the NL Central with a record of 29-36, a half game ahead of Matt Hummel's favorite team, the Pittsburgh Pirates. Zach Plesac will be on the starting mound for the Indians, while Anthony DeSclafani will be on the rubber to begin for the Reds. The game will be televised on Sports Time Ohio and can be viewed on the MLB At Bat app. Tonight, with an 8 o'clock puck drop, the Boston Bruins will be hosting the St. Louis Blues in the deciding game of the Stanley Cup Finals. Boston took Game 6 5-1 last Sunday to tie the series at 3 games apiece. The Bruins are looking to win their 7th Stanley Cup title, while St. Louis will receive their first one ever with a win tonight. Tonight's title-clinching game will be televised on NBC and can also be viewed on the NHL app. That's it for sports today. Matt, back to you.
Norm, thank you so much. I always love this time of the year, so thank you. Jamestown High School, meanwhile, has announced its 2019 commencement speaker. School officials say that 2005 Jamestown High School graduate and current University of Alabama assistant basketball coach Brian Hodgson will address the students on graduation night. Hodgson is in his first season as assistant coach at the University of Alabama and was one of the first hires made by first-year head coach Nate Oates, who used to coach for the UB Bulls. Hodgson came to the University of Alabama after having spent 4 seasons with Oates at UB, where together they helped take the men's basketball program to unprecedented heights. While there, Hodgson helped guide the Bulls to 3 NCAA tournament appearances and 3 Mid-American Conference tournament championships, while also earning a pair of MAC regular season titles. In addition, Buffalo reached the round of 32 in the NCAA tournament in each of the past 2 seasons. Previously, Hodgson did play 2 seasons at Jamestown Community College, serving as a 2-year captain before heading to Fredonia State, where he finished his education and served as an assistant coach. The school's commencement ceremony is set for Friday, June 21st at 7 p.m. in the Chautauqua Institution Amphitheater. Dakota, I know you don't really follow sports too much, but can you appreciate what's about to happen?
With our commitment speaker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just think about it, that you have an assistant coach that is now part of an SEC, the SEC being one of the strongest conferences in the NCAA overall, and is becoming slowly but surely the top dog of basketball, men's basketball. I mean, this is awesome. And from Jamestown, too.
Right.
I mean, just think about that. I mean, you know, we've talked about with a bunch of people lately. Nick Sirianni comes to mind, offensive coordinator for the Colts. Connor Gray. I mean, there's so many people that have made it from Jamestown, and it just goes to show you, no matter where you live, you always have a chance. You just have to put in the hard work.
Yep. I mean, I went to school with some great people who are doing some great things, and I mean, I have, maybe 2 or 3 people that come to mind who I think their names are going to be in big lights in the near future. So, I mean, it's great to see stuff like that. I mean, when somebody from the community makes it big and is doing something great like that, it just warms the cockles of your heart. Speaking of warming the cockles of your heart, let's take a look at that pollen forecast. And yeah, we're still dealing with the tree and grass pollen. I feel you. My allergies were terrible this morning. And so those are your 2 culprits right there. Here comes the 7-day. And temperatures actually fall below average for pretty much the remainder of the 7-day. But today's the last dry day, and then we get into more scattered rain showers, which is something we don't need. We've had enough rain.
Alrighty, Dakota, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That is it for us today. We're back here tomorrow, News 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com and our mobile app. You better download it right now, Apple Store, Google Play Store. Have a great day.